I realize that the journey isn't about waiting for the perfect path to appear. It's about crafting it yourself, piece by piece, moment by moment. Welcome to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast, where artists of all kinds come to fuel their passion, sharpen their skills, and thrive in their creative lives. I'm your host, Lara Bianca Pilcher, life and creativity coach and fellow artist, here to support you on your artistic journey. Whether you're a performer, writer, visual artist, or any kind of artist, this is the space for real talk, practical advice, and inspiring stories. Subscribe and join us each week for more inspiration and actionable insights to fuel your artistry. Let's dive in and get inspired. Hey friends, as the year winds down, I want to leave you with something personal. 3 things that I wish that I'd known sooner as an artist. And these aren't just lessons, they're truths forged through the fire of my creative life, through the failings and the messiness. And I'm going to share those with you in this episode. It's the last episode for 2024, and I look forward to being back again later in January 2025. I'm going to be diving deep into some creative projects over the next couple of months, and I'll be back ready to chat to you about all things good and new in the new year. Keep listening. As the year winds down, I want to leave you with something deeply personal, 3 things that I wish I had known sooner as an artist. And these aren't just lessons, they're truths forged through years of creating, failing many times, and learning to thrive in the messy reality of artistic life. So whether you're just starting or looking for renewed direction as an artist, these lessons will help you build, create, and thrive. Let's reflect together on what it truly means to build, create, and succeed as an artist in this saturated world. I just want to talk first of all, number 1, about your path as an artist. It's not waiting to be found. That's something that I have learnt as well the hard way. It's waiting to be built. It's not waiting to be found, it's waiting to be built. From the beginning, I've always believed in building my own path. I said yes to projects others might overlook, created opportunities for myself, and worked relentlessly to move forward. I've had exciting roles and incredible opportunities, ones that I'm really grateful for. But even with those wins, I've learned something vital. The creative journey isn't mansion by mansion. It would be lovely if it went from one beautiful mansion in England to another beautiful mansion. And this is a metaphor in case you haven't caught on to in Atlanta. What it's been actually is brick by brick. At first, I thought one big role or breakthrough that was on the horizon that I was kind of going for would transform everything, that it would suddenly validate me as an artist. That's something we often refer to as making it. I want to make it. And I love the saying, I don't want to make it. I just want to make. And instead, there wasn't one defining project. It was the small, consistent steps, like the dancer spending hours refining their technique in the studio when no one's there, the actor memorizing lines for a project that might not even pan out, the writer drafting stories that no one might ever read. And these small actions build the path forward, even though they don't feel glamorous. I realize that the journey isn't about waiting for the perfect path to appear. It's about crafting it yourself, piece by piece, moment by moment. So, the lesson here is the path isn't found, it's built. Not with grand gestures, but with small, deliberate actions that compound over time. So the takeaway for you guys is that if you're waiting for that perfect moment or opportunity to find you, stop. Start laying the bricks. Your journey is already happening. Just step into it. Step into those little actions, and you will build your mansion over time. So, number 2, stop waiting for others to say yes and create your own opportunities. Now, another hidden narrative that I carried for years was the idea, and many of us have this, that the most important opportunities, the ones that would truly define my success, were the big breaks. I thought those moments of external validation would finally make me feel significant. And while I was building my own projects, so much of my energy was still focused on those endless cycles of submitting applications, auditioning, and pitching myself, which is good stuff. We need to be doing that work, but there's a mental switch here that I want to talk about. So one day I paused and I looked back. I realized that I'd already done so much in the arts, creating original work, collaborating with peers, and building communities with other artists. Yet I was still chasing approval from others, called those big gatekeeper doors. And that's when everything changed. Instead of waiting for permission, I gave it to myself. Think about the singer who books her own shows, the visual artist who opens their own online shop, or the playwright who stages their own work and puts it on. These are powerful examples of artists reclaiming their creative freedom. And they're reminders that the most transformative opportunities often come when you create them yourself. So don't have a mindset of those are lesser than those opportunities that the external gatekeepers hold. The lesson here is that validation from others, whether you have those big breaks or you don't, validation from others is always fleeting. Real power comes when you say yes to yourself. I'm enough right now. I will create right now. The rest is out of your control. You can take actions towards it, but you can't control the yes of a gatekeeper. So again, the takeaway, stop chasing the yes from others. The most transformative opportunities often come when you create them for yourself, because validation from others is fleeting and real power comes when you say yes to yourself and when you take the lead and you create on your own terms. All right, number 3, success isn't just applause. It's showing up even when no one is watching. This is gold. Listen, success isn't just applause. It's showing up when no one's watching. One of the hardest truths I've learned is that the artist's journey is often solitary. It's easy to feel like your efforts don't matter when no one's watching. I'm just doing another self-tape today, for example. No one's going to see it. Or I'm writing another chapter. I don't even know if it's going to be published. But here's what I've realized. It's these quiet, unseen moments that I like to refer to as the dark work, because they're done when nobody sees, where the world's accolades are not present. This dark work, the unseen moments, it shapes everything. The dancer practicing in the studio, the actor rehearsing monologues late at night, the singer refining their voice day after day. It's this daily commitment, this daily practice that lights the path for you to build that brick by brick mansion, rather than, just expect that the mansion will come. Now think about the dancer who begins her day with Pilates and strength training, even when there's no performance scheduled. The singer practicing scales in her bedroom, unsure of when the next gig will come. The actor rehearsing monologues late at night for an audition they might never hear back from. The writer committing to 30 minutes of writing a day no matter what, even when inspiration feels distant. The painter sketching during the lunch break, imagining her next series or his next series. For me, it was the mornings spent writing when I wasn't sure anyone would ever read my work. It was the auditions and rehearsals that felt thankless, but prepared me for something bigger. These small, consistent actions of dedication are what turn dreams into reality. Now, I know what it's like to, but in some circles where you're with other artists, for example, for me acting, I've had all this great theatre experience, great opportunities in London, done so many incredible things, and I moved to Atlanta, new to this market here, and for people to say, oh, what are your credits? And instantly judge whether you are a successful or worthy artist in their eyes based purely on reading something on IMDb or whatever it is for you and not really seeing the big picture. That's why you need to hold on to the big picture of your artistic journey and all of the experiences that make up you, because certain groups are going to judge you, but their judgment often comes from their own sense of worthiness, their own sense of what their measures of success are, and their opinions cannot be what determines your significance in this world. It just can't. That's just a very messed up system. So, lesson: success isn't applause or recognition. It's showing up for your craft even when no one's watching. And it's trusting that the work you do in the dark will lead into the light and be seen. And the takeaway for you here is that the magic, I don't really love that word as much as beauty, the beauty happens in the showing up. The applause might come later or it might not, but the act of creating is what truly matters, and that's what defines you as an artist in your success. As in, are you doing the artist work, or are you waiting for somebody to say you're significant enough to be called an artist? Oof, think about it. That one's a punchy one. Now, these 3 lessons, building your path, creating your own opportunities, and redefining success, have been game changers in my journey. If I could go back, these are the things I'd want my younger self to know. And wherever you are on your journey, these truths are here to remind you. You don't need permission. You don't need the perfect moment. You already have everything it takes for the next step in your artist journey. If these lessons resonate with you, I'd love to help you explore them further. As a qualified professional life and creativity coach, I work with artists like you, dancers, actors, writers, visual artists, or anybody in between, or not mentioned, from directors to whatever, to align their passions with a sustainable and fulfilling creative life. So whether you're navigating challenges, seeking clarity, or ready to take bold steps forward, I'd be honoured to support you. Visit my website, larabiancapilcher.com, and you can learn about my coaching services. There's free resources on there. You can get the Creative Purpose Journal to really do some reflection as you approach the new year. And while you're there, check out the past podcast episodes and different things that I offer to inspire and empower artists. As we take a break for the holidays, I will be back in 2025. I like my episodes to be evergreen, but I just want to speak to you so you know that it's planned, that I'll be back just breaking over December and the majority of January and starting back later, because that time of year everyone is very busy. And it's a great time to take a break and work on some of my other artistic projects before I come back fresh and hopefully finished my 500th draft of my very first book, which I'm excited to put more time into and focus on that over this holiday season. And I want to thank you for being here, for listening and learning and showing up, because your creative journey matters, your art matters, and keep building, creating and showing up because the world needs your unique voice. I really believe that. And I'll see you in the new year, ready to continue this messy, beautiful, vibrant, creative life together. With you on the journey, friends. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an inspiring conversation or actionable insight. You can read the show notes and learn more at larabiancapilcher.com. And be sure to share this episode with fellow artists who could use a little extra inspiration. Until next time, keep creating, stay audacious, and remember, your artistry matters.